Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Natasha and it's fantastic to have you here. For today's video, we are flipping through and taking a look at the Green Glyphs Rune Deck. This is from the Green Glyphs Divination Set collection by James R.E. Eads that we kind of went over a little bit earlier, but now we're going to take a in-depth look. So this is currently on Kickstarter right now. This will retail for $30 as the Kickstarter price, but will retail for $40. So if you are interested in backing this, now is a chance to get a good deal on it. All right, so here's the packaging. We have the nice holographic gold foiling on the runes. This includes 24 cards, 3 dice, and 65-page guidebook. And this has been a treat to work with. And just like all of the other decks in the collection, we have a magnetic closure, we have a ribbon, we have a guidebook. So we'll take a look at the guidebook real fast, but I want to get everything out so you guys can see. The die are down below in this little pocket, which is great. And then here's the inlay. All right, so let's talk about the die real fast. I have the advanced copy, and so there was a little bit of a boo-boo, a little bit of a mishap about what dies go in. So they will be 3 different dies representing the 3 different sections of the runes. So yours will be correct. The advanced copy just was not, so it's okay. But I wanted to show you how heavy and how dense they are and how you can throw it. That was probably really loud. So then you can just read the runes on top and go about your reading that way. You can just roll one of the die with your specific section rune on it if you would like to. Is up to you. I'll show you the guidebook real fast. So we have a bunch of info here. We have a lot of info about runes specifically, which is fantastic. So if you're new to runes, don't know what you're doing, this gives you a comprehensive guide that isn't overwhelming, and it is to the point to where you can understand what's going on. I really appreciated that because there are a lot of times where you get like runes or a rune deck and you're like, oh, what's going on? I don't quite get it. But this will help you in depth with that as well. It will help you to read the runes with putting them together, how that all works. And then we have the spreads as well. So we have the 3, gives you an example, which I really like. 4 runes, another example. 5 runes and beyond with another example. And then it goes into the card meanings. So with the color, like the other Green Glyphs deck, with the exception of the Oracle deck, color plays a big part in this rune deck and can add an extra layer of understanding to your readings. The cards are color-coded with reds and oranges signifying misfortune and yellows and golds signifying good fortune and positivity. Greens and blues are used as neutral colors. So I really like that because, again, yeah, it adds another layer on top of that. And then here's the different sections. So we have phrase at, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. So the forces of life. So it's those runes. Then we have another section, haggles at, the forces of the gods. So those runes and their meanings. And then we have tears at, the forces of humankind. So then it goes into those meanings. And what I love about this is there is a pronunciation guide. So if you're like me and have trouble with your pronunciation of anything, this will be your best friend. So, and those 3 sections are going to be what the 3 die are going to be represented to. All right, let's get into the cards. Just like all of the other decks, the backs are the same, with the exception of these being the runes instead of the other glyphs. And then we have the foiling, that is the holographic gold on the side. And just like all of the other cards, we have the title and the glyph right by the side. And I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. And the cardstock is great. It's a matte. It's on the thicker side, but it snaps back just great. I like the way it shuffles. It is a minier version of a card deck. I would call it a mini deck in a way because it's, I think, 2x5 by 2.5 by 3.5 inches. feel like it's just very fun. It's very different, but it's also very straightforward. I've been having a lot of fun working with it. I love this one. I'm still learning my runes as far as like, it's not something I practice all the time. I use specific runes for certain workings. But as far as like using them in a divination way, it is still very, very much not perfected. So this I'm hoping to use a lot more to help learn the divinatory part of it. I have a rune set that I really like, but yeah, it's not something that I gravitate toward first. I'll usually go to my tarot for that. So I'm learning to try to be more versatile. I love this. This one's really cool. Like a birth. Love it. So pretty. It's just pretty unique, different, but it's simple and minimalistic, so straight to the point. Sometimes those decks are really nice to have. Not a lot of extra stuff going on in the head. All right, so let's shuffle. I don't have an issue with how it shuffles. It's 24 cards, so it's a little awkward to shuffle, you know, a smaller deck, but that's not an issue. Everything snaps back. Do you see how it bent a little bit, but snaps right back. Shuffles great this way. All right, we're gonna read for this one right away. It is Res. Let's see if we can pronounce it the correct way. All right. Uruz is how you pronounce it. Uruz. Thank you for that. Love it. So we have history. Uruz translates to aurochs. Now, I'm not going to get that correct, I know. A now extinct but once very dominant wild ox. The aurochs was a wild beast that, when conquered, could not only provide meat, but also horns to drink mead out of. Conquer the Uruz, and you will have the power to manifest greatness. So we have upright. So if you read it, the card upright, the keywords would be vitality, endurance, upcoming challenge, physical and spiritual strength. And then the Merc stave would be unprepared for a challenge, suppressed anger, health issues, or need for self-care. So I really do enjoy this version of reading with the runes because, like I said, reading through it, there's so much information and it gives you so much more insight in a digestible way. So it's not overwhelming. It's not something that's going to confuse you. I read through it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, now I get it. So it's really digestible. So for a beginner, if you are looking to get into runes, this is fantastic. If you are someone who has been using runes but want to use a card version, this is fantastic for that too. And what I like too is being able to, okay, maybe I don't want to use the cards today. I just want to use the die alongside the tarot card, and I can pull my spread and then roll my die, and then I can have that be a layer on top of the reading as well. So there's multiple ways of using this, and I really like it. And quite honestly, I like this style of rune throwing more so than like pulling out of the bag of my runes. But I mean, I guess there's a time and place for which one works best for you, right? Like sometimes we feel like doing one over the other. So it's very cool that this is so versatile. So I'm really excited. I really love working with it. I want to learn more. I'm kind of one of those people that like the more I can learn, the more fulfilled I feel. So like, I just want to know everything all the time. So this is really cool that it's such a digestible way of interpreting the runes and learning about it. So with all of that being said, I would love to know what you guys think about this deck. Is this something that you're excited about? Is it something that you think you would use? Do you prefer this style over the traditional runes or even some other rune decks? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I enjoy reading them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love you and I like you. I appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you so much to James and team for sending this my way. I am tickled pink that you guys even reached out. I am so happy with all of the decks. Really, I feel like this deck collection is really awesome. So the whole collection is awesome. If you haven't checked out all of the decks in the collection, please do so. Hopefully I'll remember to link them. Thank you again. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell on the way out of this video. That way you will never miss an upload from me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.